All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. And welcome back. Yesterday was the 4th, so I wasn't on here. I hope everybody enjoyed their holiday. Welcome back. Good morning. Gonna wait for some people to come on in here. Yeah, I'm in a Tupac mood this today. All eyes on me. All right. Let's see who we can get in here and get some good talking going this morning. Friday, Friday, Friday. Boy, it seems like we was just at Friday last week, wasn't we? That's what it seems like. Friday, 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 right? That's what it seems like. Good morning, sister. Good morning. How are you? How are you? Yes, I am too. I will agree. I am tired. But work calls. Yes, it does. It does call. You know, that's like that question I asked a couple weeks ago. Are we living to work or are we working to live? And I'm just like I feel like sometimes both. I feel like sometimes I'm living to work and then sometimes I feel like I'm working to live. Like, whew, if I don't work, how I'm going to live? But if I don't live, how am I going to work? So I just feel like sometimes it's both, especially when you want to enjoy life, right? When you want to enjoy life and when you want to, and you got to go to work, so you be in that mode. But when I tell you I just got off work, so literally I have worked, I believe, every day this week except one, and that was Monday. Yep, true story. Definitely a true story. I've worked every day except Monday. And so I am really, really, really drinking my coffee this morning. And I have a couple appointments this morning. So I was just like, I'm just gonna stay on up. And I got up, got home, got myself freshened up and stuff. And I said, yeah, Tupac it is. I'm in a Tupac mood today. All eyes on me. I got so much stuff to do, and everybody's gonna be on me when I'm doing it. So there you go. But good morning. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining me. Um, I've been playing with this time of what time should I get on because I was on before at 8. And some people was like, get on later at 8:30, but now I'm on at 8:30. And that seems like some people was like, I don't know if 8:30 works, but I'm gonna stick with 8:30 because 8:30 is working for Carol. So we're gonna stick with that. And again, you can find my link in my bio. You can follow me on YouTube as my sisters follow me. I'm right there. You subscribe. I'm right there, people. You can follow me on Facebook right now. I'm waiting for my 60 days of having an account. Then I can go live from my page. And then you can follow me on Instagram as well. So I have all of those. So it's been a lot going on. Don't you think so, sis? Don't you think like it's just been so much stuff going on between politics, just city stuff going on? People in their lives got a lot going on. So it's just been a lot going on. And the other day, not a lot of people um uh got on, but um the ones that did, one of the things I talked about the other day was, do people see you as you see yourself? Do people see you as you see yourself? I kind of touched on that the other day because a lot of times when we have a lot of things going on in our lives, our response and our reaction is what people see most of the time, right? Even at work, like if you got a lot going on at work and you respond um at work, people see those reactions, they see all of that, what's going on. And so I was saying, do people see you as you see yourself? And I thought about that, And yesterday was the 4th of July, and I was watching families come in and visit their loved ones. And, when it's night shift, you get to kind of talk to your coworkers and sit back and have like a little conversation, right? And so I was thinking this: if you restarted your life from scratch, would you end up in the same place you are today? If you restarted your life from scratch, would you end up in the same place you are today? Would you end up in the same place? And I thought about that and I'm like, would I end up in the same place? Like, would I end up right back where I'm at right now? And I said, I think I would, because there's some things that you want to change about yourself, but then there's some things in your life that you go, if I go back and start from scratch, what am I losing that I'm not going to get back? You know, what am I, what am I, what am I going to get in replace of what I'm taking away, if that makes sense? So, like, if I don't like where, if I start from scratch and say, good morning, sister, good morning. If I start from scratch and say, hey, I didn't like the way this went, so let me start all over and I'm going to take this out. But then are you missing something by doing that? So I don't know. For me, I asked, if you restarted your life from scratch, would you end up in the same place? So I'm talking to YouTube. I got some people on YouTube, and then I got some people on Facebook. Good morning, husband. I say for myself, I think I would be, because I don't know what I'm gonna lose. So it's like an open-ended question. It's an open-ended question. Yeah. Because if you restarted your life from scratch, would you end up in the same place? Would you end up in the same place if you started your life if you restarted your life from scratch? Would you end up in the same place? I thought about that and I was like, yeah, I probably would, because it's some things that I like about my life. It's a lot of things I like a lot about my life. So I don't want to take them away. And so if I restart, am I losing something if I restart it? I guess this question has more questions in it than answers. Because am I losing something? I don't want to lose nothing. So I'm restarting from scratch. So I'm gonna have to end up in the same place, because I don't know if I gotta give away some things. Do I gotta give away some things? Because I don't want to have to do that. If I have to give some things away, it's not gonna work out for me. So what do you say, Janine? Would you, if you restarted your life from scratch, would you end up in the same place? I don't know. What say you, husband and sister? What y'all say? If you restarted your life from scratch, would you end up in the same place? Yeah. Mm, Let me see. My first thought would be no, I would not be in the same place, because I would try to avoid stuff. However, after hearing you say what you like about life, I would probably then be in the same place. Yeah, because you know you you love your life. You like what you love yourself. And so here's a prime example of what I think about. I think about my children. They get on my nerves, but they're part of my life. So if I start over from scratch, am I gonna get them same children? Because I don't want to start over then. Because I love my babies. So I don't want to know. I don't want to. I'm gonna just end up in the same place. I'm gonna end up in the same place. Janine said her first thought would be no. I would be at the I would be not be at the same place, because I would try to avoid stuff. However, after hearing me say what you like about life, I would probably then end up in the same place. Yeah, because I don't know, because I don't know if we can start it over. It's kind of like a broad, it's like a broad question. So yeah, for me, for sure, for sure. Husband and sister didn't answer, so I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. So that was one of the things I thought about. If you started your life from scratch, would you end up in the same place? And then I thought about this. What are some traditional versus non-traditional roles in relationships? Right. I love my babies too. I know that's right. What are some traditional versus non-traditional roles? And here's why I'm asking that, because I had an interesting conversation about how sometimes men and women kind of have a hard time um in this age, this day and age, put it that way, a hard time deciphering traditional versus non-traditional roles. They have a hard time deciphering it because they're trying to figure out where does tradition versus non-tradition, I guess, where it falls in it. And so my response was, I guess it depends on how you were. First of all, it depends on how you were raised and then what you believe. Whoa, loaded question. Yeah, it is a loaded question because some people believe in traditional roles and then some don't. And then you have some who are raised in traditional roles who wants not to be so traditional. So with traditional versus non-traditional roles, where does that fall in for some people? Because here's the thing. It's gonna be you and your mate and your loved one, as far as relationship goes, that you have to talk about that with. I agree. It does depend on the individual and the upbringing and environmental factors. Yeah. Because some women don't cook. And they always say the way to a man's heart is his stomach. But if you don't cook, how you making it? How you getting there? And then it's vice versa. You got some men who are excellent cooks, you know. So I think when it comes to that question, which is loaded, sister, yes, I think that it depends because again, traditional versus non-traditional roles, and I'm just using cook as an example, but that goes for even work around the house. You got some women who loves to do that outside stuff. I mean, like cut the grass and do all that stuff. And kudos to you. God bless you. I ain't with the cutting the grass. Now, what I will do is I will plant some flowers. I love planting flowers. I would even go so far as to get me a garden to plant like vegetables and things like that. I would love to do something like that. But um yeah, as far as me doing cutting some grass, no. I'm not pushing a lawnmower. I'm not cutting grass. Um I have a hard time with putting gas in a car. I feel like that's a male's role. The male should be gassing the cars up. If I'm out and I have to do it, okay. But I feel like that's not for me to be doing. And my car should just be full of gas wanting to get in and go. I should be having to pump it, you know. Um Yeah, so I don't know. For me, it does depend. It's certain things I just feel like women shouldn't do. So you got your traditional versus your non-traditional roles. And so again, it's like she said, it depends on the individual, their upbringing, and your environmental factors. Because if ain't nobody there to do all that, who's gonna be doing it? You're gonna be doing it. If you live by yourself and in your own apartment, you're gonna be the one that's gonna be doing all of that stuff. You're gonna be dumping your own garbage, cleaning up, planting, whatever the case may be. Especially if you're single and you're by yourself, right? So again, it depends on all those things. So I totally agree with that. I totally agree with it depends on the individual and their upbringing and environmental factors. Then I thought about this. I know I got like 3 questions today. If you own a car and driving a car, you need to put gas in it. Yeah, you would if you would say that. You would, yeah. Yeah. My husband said if you own a car and driving a car, you need to put gas in it. Mm. I mean, yeah, but still, I think the man can fill them up, at night, go fill all the cars up. They ready to go for the morning. I don't see anything wrong with that. You're funny. Here it is. If you Who decides what the right thing is? Who decides? You got that movie, Do the Right Thing. In the movie, Do the Right Thing. I believe everybody saw the movie, Do the Right Thing. I hope we all saw it as a cultural movie. Okay, but who decides what the right thing is? Who decides that? Who decides that this is the right thing to do? When people say you got to do what's right, who decides what's right? Who decides what's right? Hmm. Mm, that's a good question. Who decides what's right? And then how do you know that it's right? Like who determined what's right? If people tell you you need to do what's right or do right by them, you know how they say that you do right by her or do right by him, do right by your children, do right by your coworkers and make sure this is right and not wrong. So good morning, son. So who decides what the right thing is? Who decides that? I wonder who decides that. Who decides what the right thing is? And when you're doing the right thing, how do you know it's the right thing to do? I mean, do you feel good about it when you're doing it? I mean, does it calm you? Does it make you smile? Are you just feeling cheery? Is it like this special little feeling that you have and you know that you're doing the right thing and you're choosing the right, like who decides what the right thing is? Who decides that? For me, I think it depends on how you were brought up. I'm a PK kid, so being that type of child and brought up in that type of environment, um, you are taught the word of God and how to lean and depend on Him and be guided through that. And so, in that process of it, I do believe that He wants us to do things that are appropriate, but also that are where you're caring for others. And so with that being said, I think that when you do the right thing, you know it's the right thing because you think about how you want to be treated, how you want people to talk to you, how you want people to respond to you and do things for you. So when you think about that, I think that is what decides what the right thing is. Because nobody wants to be mistreated. Nobody wants to be cussed out. Nobody wants to be yelled at. Nobody wants to be none of that stuff. So when you think about how you want to be treated and how you want to be loved and respected, then that is what you put out to other people. So I think for me, that is what decides what the right thing is. Because you're not going to be doing things that you don't want done to you. For some people, I guess I should say for some. I shouldn't blanket everybody because maybe some people want to be mistreated. I don't know. I know I don't. So I try to choose my words and I try to do things that I think that will, you know, cultivate a good atmosphere and a good relationship, whether I'm at work or whether I'm at home, because I believe that is the right thing to do. I believe that is the right thing to do. Good morning. Hello. Hey, how are you? I'm fine. It's Friday. As they say, Friday. It's Friday. Oh, I thought it was somebody. It said somebody's typing. Okay, it went away. It went away. I thought somebody was responding to that about it, responding to who decides what the right thing is. So, and then here's something I want to leave with you all today. Because today is Friday. So I want to tell you guys this. All and this was one of the things that was in our I got this from affirmation in my sister chat. So all you can change is yourself. But sometimes that change is everything. Okay. So when it comes to different situations, when it comes to when you're thinking about whatever situation you're in or circumstances, um, all you can change is yourself. And sometimes that changes everything. Okay. All you change yourself, and sometimes that change everything around you. And you don't even have to worry about it. That's gonna clean it up and change it up, and you're gonna be all right with that. Okay. So sometimes that's all you can do is change yourself, and that's gonna change everything. And then I got another affirmation for you for the week. If you're going through something, if you feel like all weight is on you, if you feel like things are just not where you want them to be, remember this: the chaos around you is no match for the calmness within you. Okay. So it doesn't matter what's chaotic around you, because within you is calmness, and you're going to be calm in all responses and all reactions. So the chaos around you is no match for the calmness within you. Okay. So I want to leave you with that. Okay. It's Friday. I hope you guys had a great holiday on yesterday and rest and relaxation. I hope everybody's going to have a good weekend. I'm hoping my weekend goes well as well. And I have a good weekend. I'm going to be with some family this weekend. It's going to be fun, fun. Weddings are always fun, right? So we're gonna be at a wedding, and we're gonna have us some fun visiting with family and loving on our loved ones and everything like that. All right. Also, I want you to remember before we go, I always want to announce this. Unity Gospel House of Prayer is having a back to school rally on Saturday, August 3rd, 2024, from 12 to 4. That's the Unity Gospel House of Prayer, which is located at 1747 North 12th Street. Okay. And then we have Sharon Seven-Day Adventist Church will be having their back to school rally on August 4th from 12 to 4. Okay. And that address is 2389 North Tetonia Avenue. And then we have New Hope Missionary Baptist Church, who will be having their back to school rally on August 10th. And that's going to be from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Okay. So if you know someone with children who need those book bags, need a few supplies, that comes in handy, those things are going to be happening at those three different locations on those 3 different days. Okay. I'm going to do it one more time. Unity Gospel House of Prayer. That is 1747 North 12th Street. That's on Saturday, August 3rd from 12 to 4. And then we have Sharon Seven-Day Adventist Church, August 4th from 12 to 4. That address is 2389 North Tetonia Avenue. And then we have New Hope Missionary Baptist Church on August 10th from 11 to 3. And that address is 2433 West Roosevelt Drive. Okay. So we have those things coming up and going on, and I want to present it to you all so you all can have that in your, as I say, your Rolodex. And so you can get those things. So if you know anybody with children, write those dates and times down, have them bring the children out so that they can have those things to go and get those book bags, pencils, pens, whatever it is that they giving out. It's a back to school rally, and the items are free. Bring your children and get some free items so that you can have those things, because trust me, it is definitely needed. Again, the chaos around you is no match for the calmness within you. And I want you to remember to live. I want you to remember to live, but also remember to love. Not only remember to love, but never ever stop laughing. Always laugh. I know I always got to smile. I'm going to smile all day long. Smile, smile, smile. All right. No matter what I'm going through, I'm going to smile. Okay. And then remember to always forgive. I want you all to know that Bob Marley said one thing and he said one love, and I have one love for everyone, and I love everybody. So I want you guys to remember that. I want you guys to have a great weekend. I'll be back with you all on Monday at 8:30 with some more thought-provoking questions. Hoping you guys join me so we can engage and we can talk and have us a sip of coffee. Hey, talk to you guys later. Bye.